The young ladies of Appalachia played an important role. They were their mother's right-hand man, so to speak. They helped her in any way they could, taking some of her load off. They would be the next generation of teachers, bank tellers, homemakers, and to carry on what their mothers did before them. They would play a vital role in forming the future. They taught the kids to read, write, add, and subtract, paving the road to what we know today. Today's video is in honor of these young ladies of Appalachia. Volume 5 in our Appalachian Photos Never Seen Before series. So, sit back, relax, and let's see what photos we have this week. Appalachia. The mountains are like no other. From its rigid terrain, beautiful wildlife, to the people that live their lives here, to the strange, unexplained stories that folks share. Join me while I share this amazing place, one story at a time. Photo number 1 is of what looks to be a 30s era photo of a young lady with bobbed hair, sideways tipped hat, dress, and a white bow tied around her neck. She looks to be just beginning her role as a new wife and a mother, practicing what Ma and Granny taught her over the past years, putting it to use, raising her own family, taking care of everyone just how she was taught. I love the old grade photos, so simple yet elegant. There is no information on this photo. Photo number 2 is of a young girl in school, maybe close to graduation. She is still learning all she can from her mother and grandmother alike. They teach her how to cook, clean, sew, garden, tend the babies, and much more. These years are vital for a child to flourish as an adult. They would lean on these lessons for the rest of their days, being prepared for what life brings. Some things you learn in the moments they come, taking each lesson to heart. So when she's old and her children get older, she can teach them all she knows to prepare them as she was prepared. This photo reads, "To Arlene from Ruth, 1942. Photo number 3 is of a young lady enjoying the winter. She is dressed warm as she can be, and she has her skis and boots and scarf. There even looks like there is 2 feet of snow on the ground. It's safe to say this was taken up north somewhere. Young ladies have to have fun too. It's not all business all the time. We all need R&R every once in a while. What better way to enjoy a beautiful winter's day? This photo has no information on it. Photo number 4 is of a lady in a white dress, pearl necklace, and in another old gray and white photo. She looks like a school teacher taking her school yearbook photo. Teachers are so important. Teaching our kids how to do the basic things they need in life. Reading, writing, and math are part of our everyday existence. You can't do much without them. Teachers are amazing at teaching these things, making them simple so that anyone can understand, with the patience of an iron door. This photo reads, Arlene with 100% Betty, 6/12/1947. Betty Jewett Wilson, 47. Photo number 5. Yet another gray photo of a young lady leaning against the porch. So many memories and lessons were learned right there on that very porch. Sharing stories, breaking beans, playing music, and singing. So many old memories. She looks like she is reminiscing on a few of those memories in this photo. I can see Granny with a big bowl in her lap, breaking beans, talking about her childhood days, how things were when she was a girl. This photo reads, Eason. No other information. Photo number 6 is of a young lady in a white dress, her Sunday best. She's probably on her way to church. Ma and Granny both teach her to go and give thanks for her ever blessings that He gave. For without Him and His mercy, they would never make it. When they get home, dinner is going to be hot in the oven, ready to chow down. Ma taught her how to cook and do it well, using what she has on hand. If they were lucky, the preacher would come for a visit and join in on the feast. Nothing better than feeding the man who feeds your soul. This photo reads, Betty Jarrett, 1942. And the photo was taken in Baltimore, Maryland. Photo number 7 is of a young lady out in the woods exploring. It would be here where Ma and Granny would teach her the plants and their uses. Out in the deep mountains, doctors were miles or even days away. So the medicine that nature gave was the only choice back then. Ma taught what plants not to use as well. Some look like others. If you made a mistake, it could cost a life. That's why Ma was very thorough in her teaching. The herbal medicine saved many a life in the mountains. Ma learned how to use the plants from her mother, quite often a Native American. This photo reads, Betty Grace, Bedford Springs, Bedford, Pennsylvania, 1942. Photo number 8 is of a young lady, what looks like maybe in her college clothes. She is learning a profession, whether teacher, doctor, nurse, lawyer, who knows. She wants to make something of herself, making her mother proud. Secondary education wasn't easy for women back then. Some didn't care. They want a better life and was strong enough to keep going till they succeeded. I see a suitcase just behind her. Maybe she was on her way to college or just home. This photo was taken in 1943. Photo number 9 is a black and white photo of a young lady right outside the house posing for photos in her white shirt and dark dress. This looks like it may be in the city based on the sidewalk. She looks like a young teacher just starting out. The early years of teaching are a little hard, learning how to handle students, also meeting the families of the students, and discussing the needs as well as what they excel in. I'd be nervous as all get out at the first meeting. Even worse if the student is acting up and you tell the parents. Will they be mad at you because their angel would never act like that? Most parents, if they heard that their children were misbehaving, boy howdy, they would set their tails ablaze and tell them to not be acting that way ever again. I sure didn't want to be in that kind of trouble. You'd need a pillow just to sit down. This photo reads P. Hugh and R. Lee. Photo number 10 is of a young lady sitting in the grass alongside a road running along a creek. Right behind her is a bridge made of log. Now this is old. It's here at the creek Ma would teach how to wash clothes and also teach the plants that grow there and their uses. Yellow root is a creek-dwelling plant, just as an example. Washing clothes in the creek was all they had in those days. No machine, no car, only horse and buggy and a scrub board. It was hard, grueling work, but it was to be done. You can't run around all nasty like. That wasn't godly or Christ-like. Mom would have to wash the children here in the summertime, getting them ready for the Sunday service. And had to look nice and wear their Sunday best that day. This photo says 71. Now is that 1871 or 1971? I'm not sure, but it could be 1871 because there were no log bridges back in 1971. Photo number 11 is of a young lady on the front porch in a light jacket, flower print dress, and some mighty beautiful flowers just behind her. I see the house number is 201. Wonder if this house is still there today. The home is where so many amazing memories are made. Mothers and fathers, love and the lessons that we learned, and all the stories were told right there. How many generations went through those doors? Is this home this lady's? Or is her mother's place? Or is she visiting from way off? So many questions. This photo reads Mary E. McDowell, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1946. Photo number 12 is of a nicely dressed lady posing near the woods. Maybe this is her graduation photo. She is dressed so nice. She even has a hat laying next to her. Is she celebrating? I bet so. Usually when you graduate, you go to a beautiful place to take photos, making the moment memorable. Graduating high school is such an accomplishment. It takes a lot of work to do, but it always pays off. This photo reads, Elizabeth Eason. Photo number 13. We see a lady on the stone steps to an old home. It's made with old clapboards. It's sunny and beautiful out. Seems like early summer. Seeming on there are flowers right by the porch. Ain't them evergreens just so pretty? I wonder, is this the home the lady grew up in? Is it her mother and pops or her granny and grandpa's place? We know there is so many stories and history made here. If the walls could only speak. It was places just like this that built the foundation Appalachian traditions and beliefs came from. This photo has no information on it. Photo number 14 is of two young ladies sitting in the grass right in front of a beautiful old home in the 1940s. You can see an old 40s car right there in the driveway. I bet these girls were sisters posing for the photo here. This sure was a beautiful day, wintertime, as you can see a little snow left from a storm. The home, wow, look at the stonework on the walls, absolutely amazing. Love the stone arch doorway. You don't see this very often. I'd love to know who this was and their story. But like many others, they're gone along with their stories. This photo has no information on it. Photo number 15 is of Granny and her granddaughter sitting on the couch. And boy, did these two love each other. Granny spoils the grandkids, but also teaches them so many things. Sharing stories from her childhood to let the children know what was going on in her time. And maybe some do this and don't do that like I did. It will help keep you out of trouble. So it's not fun being at trouble. Grannies of Appalachia were the founding stones of the families. They kept the traditions and beliefs of Appalachia and the families going strong. Mamas would keep everyone in line. Granny would teach all there was to teach. This photo reads, Natalie and Elizabeth Shock. Folks, I want to thank you for sitting and listening to our Volume 5 of our Historic Appalachian Photos Never Seen Before series. Well, I appreciate you listening. I love you to pieces. And I'll see you next time.